Welcome back to my curry workshop. Today I'm going to be cooking another of Derbydave's fantastic restaurant spice kits. So today I'm going to be cooking for you Dhansak. Anybody new to the restaurant kits, they come in these snazzy little tubes. Within the tubes, get 5 little pots, one for each stage of the simple cookery process. Let's have a look at the ingredients. So first up, you'll need one of Derbydave's chicken Dhansak restaurant kits, within which you find 5 little pots. Pot 1, the marinade. Pot 2, we'll use to infuse the hot oil with the aromatics. Pot 3, the spices we'll add into the pan to make the masala. Pot 4, herb we go. Add that in towards the end. And finally, have a finishing off spice. The recipe asks for 1.5 kilogram of chicken thigh, boneless skin off. I'm using just 1 kilogram today, just to avoid wastage at home. So hence just 2 packs here. And the thighs need to be cut into bite-sized chunky pieces. We're marinating the chicken using the marinade spice pot with 3 tablespoons of full-fat yogurt. I've made up some garlic ginger paste using 4 cloves of garlic, reasonably sized cloves, and 1 inch of ginger chopped up into my blender. And we'll be using half of this into the marinade and half into the remainder of the dish. So that covers off the marinade. The remainder of the dish, we're using 4 tablespoons of oil. I have 2 medium red onions, finely diced, which helps with the cookery process. 1 carton of passata, or a tin of good quality chopped tomatoes will do. Adding in salt to taste. Then I'll be using 2 tablespoons of tamarind sauce. If you don't have any of this in, David said we can use lemon juice and brown sugar. As this is a Dhansak dish, we'll be adding in lentils, 12 tablespoons of cooked lentils. And those lentils need to be cooked until smooth. In advance, I've added 12 tablespoons of red lentils to a pan, added in water about 1 inch above the surface, and then simmered for around 30 minutes until the lentils have gone all nice and mushy. And we'll add those into the dish towards the end. Finally, half a measuring cup of freshly chopped coriander. Let's get cooking. Okay, so stage 1, we're going to marinate the chicken. Go into a large glass bowl, 3 tablespoons of full fat yogurt, half of the garlic and ginger paste, and the marinade spice pot. In we go. Stir it in until the marinade is even in colour. Bring that up to the camera. Lovely, vibrant red. So now that's stirred in, we'll add in the chicken. Stir the chicken into the marinade and ensure it's evenly coated. There we go, that's looking lovely. So now pop that in the fridge for a minimum of an hour, ideally overnight. Into the pan with 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil. The pan's on a medium heat, so just allow the oil to come through to temperature, at which point we'll add in the infused pack to infuse the oil. In we go with the infused pack. Stir it around. We'll just leave that for a minute to infuse. A few seeds in there are starting to crackle now. The aromatics are releasing their aromas. So at this point, I'm going to go in with the finely chopped onions. Stir them into the oil. I'm going to cook the onions until they're soft and translucent, which should be approximately 5 to 7 minutes. The onions have been cooking for around 7 minutes now, so let's have a quick look. They're just starting to soften nicely. So I'm happy with those. The next step is to add in the remaining garlic and ginger paste. Stir it in. Oh, that smells nice. Cook that for around a minute to cook out the rawness. Okay, so it's time to go in with the chicken. Stir the chicken around. I'm going to cook on a high heat for 5 minutes. That is smelling delightful. Okay, so it's been cooking for 5 minutes on a high heat, all bubbling away nicely. The oil starting to separate. The surface of the chicken starting to turn white underneath the marinade, of course. At this point, it's time to go in with your passata or your tin of quality chopped tomatoes. Stir them in. We'll now bring the pan to a boil. To help it do so, I'm just going to pop on the lid. The passata has now come through to a boil, which brings us to the end of stage 2. So the first thing we're going to do is make a paste with the add and stir spices. Into a little bowl, add the spices, add some cold water, should do it, add some more if needed, and then stir in the water until we have a nice runny paste. Keep adding more water as required until you reach the desired consistency. Okay, we're there now. Nice consistency. We'll now add the paste into the pan. And in we go with the paste. Scrape it all in, don't want to waste any, and stir it in. It smells lovely. Nice thick gravy. That's the spices mixed in. I'm just going to bring that through to a boil and let it cook for a further 5 minutes on high. Pop on the lid. The gravy is bubbling away nicely now. Turn that down to medium heat. Stir. Very, very, very nice. And on a medium heat, we're going to simmer for 20 minutes. Stir in occasionally, and if needed, add in a splash of hot water to the gravy if it's too thick. But I am expecting more water to come out of the chicken, which is usually enough to keep the dish nice and moist. So the 20 minutes is up. Let's have a look. Wow, look at that. See the oil rising to the surface, got the little bubbles, little craters going on. So give that a stir now. Very nice, not needed to add any more moisture. As you can see, plenty in there. So that brings us to the end of stage 3. Stage 4 is where the herbs go in. Give them a sprinkle. Stir them in. This is a Dhansak dish. Next in goes the red lentils. So the lentils, 12 tablespoons of, were cooked for around half an hour until they were all mushy. So we'll introduce these now to the gravy. Next, I'm going to go with a tamarind sauce. If you don't have any tamarind sauce, you can use the sugar and lemon mix. So we're going in with 2 tablespoons. 1. And that's 2. Let's stir everything in. The lentils will start to transform the sauce into a thick, creamy consistency. And the final ingredient for this stage is salt to taste. I'm just going to have a taste first. That's very nice. So that was about half a teaspoon. We'll now cover and cook on a low heat for 5 minutes. 5 minutes up, so that brings us to the end of stage 4. So stage 5, this is the stage where we finish off the dish ready for serving. When you're 5 minutes out from serving up to your guests, it's time to add in the finishing spice. Sprinkle it in. Also add in the half cup of freshly chopped coriander. Stir it all in. Be careful, as it's quite a thick gravy, it does spit a little bit, so put a splatter guard on if you need. We've reached that point in the recipe, we just need to check that the chicken's cooked. Let's fish out a nice chunk of chicken. Falling apart, nice and white in the middle. Lovely and white, bring it up to the camera. I think I'm going to have to eat this one. Wow, that is lovely. So that's your chicken cooked. If you want a runnier gravy, add some more hot water in now. So lid on. Just let that simmer away for the last 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes up, time to serve. Wow, just look how lovely that sauce is. Let it run off the spoon. Wow, nice and thick. There we go. A little shake. And to finish the dish, we'll garnish with some freshly chopped coriander. And there we go. One Derbydave Indian Restaurant Collection Kit Chicken Dhansak. Delight in a dish. Cannot wait to taste it. Let's get stuck in. Lovely thick gravy. Big piece of chicken thigh. Here we go. These kits just get better and better. Dave, again, wow, thank you. What a dish. What a dish. Love the consistency of the gravy. Nice and thick. Lovely, delicate spicing. Bold flavours. Wow, this is going to get demolished in a few minutes. So if you've liked my video today, I'd like you to do two things. I'd like you to go online and order some of Dave's fantastic restaurant collection kits. Each month I believe he's going to be releasing 3 new kits. The second thing I'd like you to do, if you liked my video today, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you all soon. Thank you. Bye.